Alright, we're back on the mill. I changed my mind again on these right here where that little ledge is gonna set. I'm gonna mill the little gussets here down a little over a 1/4 inch, just so that way it sets flush with this, and I can just come over the top with the fly cutter and make it flat. Because setting it up on top like I was going to do would mean I'd have to weld this all in, this gap that would be right here. Let me get the piece. Say. So it'd be kind of welded like that, have a gap like that. I would have to weld that in and then come back through with an end mill at this angle to make that flush. But I don't have an end mill that would be long enough to get down to the bottom and the top to make that one whole pass. So hopefully this makes us a little easier doing this. But we're just gonna take it down to where it's, you know, flush like that. And then it's just welded in the bottom. I may tack it in or weld it in at the top maybe. I don't know yet. Because this really don't need a whole lot of strength. But it'll be set. It'll be sitting flush against it like that. So hopefully there won't be no need to weld it up top. And then I can just come in underneath and just weld it to there. So hopefully this works out a little bit, saves me some headache. It would be no big deal if I had an end mill that was long enough to get this whole face of this cut at the right angle. Ideally that's what I need to do to make this 100% true. Right now, from end to end, it has about 20 thousandths sticking that up from the ends, which ain't a big deal to me. I don't need this thing to bend stuff perfectly, I just need to bend it. So we'll get cutting.
I got it set up using that 1/2 inch end mill with a ball nose. I am cutting this with all the as it was welded. I wasn't able to get down in there with the grinder and smooth it up. So it's gonna be kind of rough on that end mill, but hopefully it doesn't go dull on me or chip. And I just got it lined up by eyeball, so I'll adjust if needed. So let's get going. Almost got it cleaned up. This side is just almost cleaned up, but not quite. I am getting into the side plate a little bit, but that's just what it has to be. 1/4 inch end mill wouldn't clean it up the way I wanted, so that's okay. So we'll move it over, we'll clean up that little bit right there, call it good.
pretty happy with that. Surface finish is okay. I can kind of feel some stuff grabbing me, but it looks pretty. I did have a spot. You can still see the seam. This is where that this piece is kind of beveled a little bit. I could probably get that out with another pass, but I want to leave as much metal on there as I can, so I'm going to stay with this. Alright, next we get the top die on here and get it machined. Alright, I got her set up. That's the only way I could do it with it being flat on the table like that. I did have to go out to my old high-speed cutter, the one that uses the high-speed steel, just so I could have clearance for these. And we got about, I don't know, maybe an inch, half an inch of clearance. Should clear. So we're going to try to put that 80-degree bevel on here. Do one side when it cleans up, and then we'll do the other. So unfortunately, this high-speed steel I got isn't tough enough for steel, or at least welded steel. It's completely wore that edge to nothing. So I'm going to stick an end mill in there, the biggest one I got that's somewhat sharp, and just do it with that. Probably make multiple passes doing it.
This one I got is an inch. So I mean, it would almost make it. So I might just have to do that and another cleanup pass or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go, I guess.